So as you find your seat, just do a little shifting through your ribs, through your hips, and start bringing your shoulder across. Just to start getting some mobility and some action through those joints. And then we'll go a little deeper, really reaching that shoulder across. Then we feel that stretch move down through that lower back space. And then we'll settle into our center. Roll your shoulders back. And if you have your both legs folded, make sure you're not crossing at your ankles so that you don't have any bone on bone. Then turn your palms open and let your elbows rest toward your hips. Take a nice inhale. Really find that lift through your center, top of the head toward the sky. And then exhale, drop your ear to the right and feel that left shoulder pull down and back. Then we'll soften the chin to the chest and gently roll the left ear to the left shoulder and feel that right shoulder pull down and back. And then the chin will come back through the center again. We'll lift the chin to neutral and then take a deep breath. And turn your palms to the sky. Really lift out of the sides of your waist. Then bring your fingertips to the base of your skull and tip your head back. Elbows go wide. We're spreading wide across the front chest. And then we'll lift through the base of the skull. Chin comes back to neutral. We'll bring our arms out wide and do a gentle rotation to your right. Your left hand will come across that right knee. Give it a little push. Your right hand is behind. Take a deep breath. Then inhale, fill it up. Take that rotation over to your left. Press with that right hand, nudge that left shoulder away. Then inhale, come up tall. Here we're going to switch our legs in front. Again, find that tall center. And here the left arm will drop down. The right arm will reach over. We'll lengthen through the rib cage. Then turn that right palm and lengthen even deeper. Now peek underneath that right arm. And then take the back of your right hand across your left thigh. Use your left fingertips to the side to push your torso forward. So that right shoulder comes toward that right knee. And we're looking over to the left. Let me take a breath there. As we come up, that right arm will release. It will come out to the right. The left arm will lift, reach up and over. Here, the palm opens. We stretch through the elbow and then peek underneath. We take a deep inhale there. Then exhale, bring that hand across our right thigh. Palm is open. Use your right fingertips to the side to press. That left shoulder comes through that left knee. We're looking to the right. Feel this through the back of that shoulder space. Then we'll release back to our center and we'll take a deep breath. Inhale. We'll bend our knees in, crossing at the ankles. Elbows come around those knees. Tuck your chin to your chest. Now push your knees apart. Let your forehead get heavy. Do a gentle nod. Releasing through that shoulder blade and neck space. Then pull against your knees. Lift up tall. Then exhale, round back. Push your knees apart. Again, reach up, nod the head. The forehead gets heavy here. Then we pull against the knees and lift up tall. Then we'll release both legs. Take a deep breath. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, release your arms to the side. The shoulders pull away. Now we'll take our legs and extend them out in front or bent knees out. And bring your hands just underneath your shoulders. Your feet are hip distance apart. Do a chest roll, a chest lift, a shoulder roll back. And then as you press off your hands, see if you can just lift your hips up and just send your knees forward. This is tabletop. And then we'll tap the tailbone down. Bring the hands behind the knees. Hinge your torso back. Bring those shins out parallel to the floor for boat. If you want to release those arms, go ahead. Just warming that core space. We'll take a breath. Then we'll bring our feet back down. Plant the hands to the side. Chest lift, shoulders back. Hips lift to wherever works for you. Send your knees forward. And then again, the tailbone comes down. You slide the hands behind the knees, hinge back, toes come out to boat. Shoulders are away, space under the chin, maybe those palms come out. Take a breath. Now here you're going to, as you bring your knees, legs down, cross-stretch your ankles. And then as you come forward, bring your hands down, lift your hips and uncross your ankles and shift back to table. So we have that nice long spine, top of the head is reaching forward. We'll tuck our toes, press away from the ground with your hands and sit your hips back toward your heels. Nice opener for those arches of the feet. And our palms are pushing forward. We're going to keep those hands strong. Turn your biceps forward to lock out those elbows. Then lift your knees. Then lift your tailbone. Then gently release your heels toward the floor. Get that first lengthening through the back of the legs there. One more inhale. Then lift your heels, tap your knees to the floor. Again, we sit back, pressing your palms forward, sitting back into your hips. Then those hands stay active. We lift the knees, we're looking at our toes. Then the tailbone goes high and the heels go low. Should feel a little more length through the back of your legs this time. We're going to soften our right knee. Let that left heel get deeper toward the floor. Our shoulders are staying nice and even. Then we lift the left heel. We let that right heel sink down. Get more length through the back of that leg. Then we'll sink both heels. Then we'll lift the heels up, look forward, and gently move toward the front of our mats. As we find that space at the front, our feet are hip distance apart, chest drops toward thighs, arms fold over the top of the head, and we'll take a breath in. Then we'll bring our hands to our shins and find that nice long spine. We'll give a little more focus to the back of the legs. We'll slide the hands behind the calves. As our chest releases toward our thighs, our hands are going to slide down the back of the legs. And then we'll pull the chest in toward the thighs. Our head is just hanging heavy. Tailbone is lifted high. We breathe. Then we bend into our knees. We bring our hands to our thighs. We lengthen the spine straight out. Then dip the tailbone back, lift the heart forward, shoulders away, and we'll come out into our chair pose. We're going to start with just our shoulders released, palms open here. And just feel the inner thighs engaged, those glutes are strong. Then we'll drop our hands to our thighs, tuck the chin and press round. Stand all the way up. Pull your shoulders away and land in your mountain pose. Feel the soles of the feet pulling in. Feel your outer heels pushing away. Then take a deep breath, inhale, fill it up. Here we'll do that fingertips to base the skull again. Elbows go back, tip your head back, get a little more of a back bend here. We breathe, inhale. Exhale, we lift the base of the skull, bring it back to neutral. Our fingertips come up to the sky. Then we sweep them behind back. The shoulders pull away. We lift up and away. Wide across the front chest and collarbone space. Elbows have a little bend to them. Then we'll keep our elbows soft. We'll bend the knees, drop the head down. Then lift the tailbone, let the arms lift away from our lower backs. Then we bend into our knees, bring your fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot back. Then we're going to move both hands to the inside of our right foot. You're going to rotate your feet. So now they're both parallel to each other. You're in a side lunge position. You'll bring your left forearm to your left thigh, and then your right fingertips are going to reach out into that area in front of your left toes, stretching across. We're lengthening the inside of that right leg. We breathe and exhale. Then we'll slide your right hand back under right shoulder. Press off that left leg to find straddle. Our fingertips are either straight underneath our shoulders or on our shins. Legs are long, top of the head is reaching forward. And then we'll keep those long legs. Let the chest drop, let the head hang heavy. Then you might choose to walk your hands back between your legs or reach to the back of your heels, wherever it works for you. And then we'll bring our fingertips back in underneath our shoulders, and we'll just shift that weight over to our right side. Should feel a nice lengthening through the inside of that left thigh. We'll bring that right elbow to our right thigh. Our left fingertips will reach over in front of the right toes. And we're lengthening across, getting that nice side body stretch. You breathe, inhale. Then left fingertips come back underneath left shoulder. We lift the hips, we bring the right hand in, or we place our hands to our chest. First, the top of the head is reaching forward, and then we lower the chest. We use our arms to help pull the chest a little closer. Top of the head is hanging heavy. This is our straddle. Then this time we'll bring our fingertips back in. As you lift your heart forward, take your heels and tuck them in 45 degrees. So your toes are pointed to the corners of your mat. You bring both hands to your thighs, so lower your hips, lift your heart, pull your shoulders back. Then reach your arms up. See if you can deepen into those hips. Then bring your elbows wide. This is goddess squat. Then we'll push off both legs. We'll lift all the way up. We'll lift our right heel and turn to the front of our mats again. We'll bring our fingertips to the floor. We'll shift our weight forward, step that left foot back, and find our plank pose. For that nice long spine, fingertips are wide. We'll press away from the ground, lift the hips, down dog. Chest is reaching through. Then you'll lift your heels, come out to your plank. Tone that core space. Here, our knees will tap the floor. The elbows will squeeze the rib cage as we lower down. We'll pull the shoulders back, slide the forearms forward. Here, it should feel like the elbows are pulling back towards your hips. The top of the head is lifted. Press through the tops of your feet, lifting your kneecaps. Then turn your gaze to the right. And then look forward and turn your gaze to the left. And look forward and lower your rib cage down. Slide your hands to the sides of your waist. Draw your low belly space away from the ground. Press up. Tuck your toes up and through down dog. Take a long inhale. Exhale, deepen. Then we'll lift our heels, come forward. Our feet are hip distance apart, chest to thighs, we fold. Hands to shins, we find that long spine, flat back. We keep the long spine, we bend the knees, bring the hands up, drop the hips, lift the heart, arms come out. Now, if your shoulders feel okay with the lift over your ears, go ahead. Let's try to deepen into your hips, engage those inner thighs. Then lower chest to thighs, hands come down, tuck your chin, press around, stand all the way into your mountain. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, arms behind your back. Shoulders away. Lift your arms away from your lower back, then bend your knees. Lift your tailbone, arms continue to reach up and over, head hangs heavy. We soften the knees, fingertips to floor. Right foot steps back. So we're going to build here. That left shin is straight up and down, right heel is pushing away. Then we're going to bring our hands to that left thigh. That right heel is strongly pushing away. We're lifting out of that right side rib cage. The shoulders pull away, and then we release the arms. Palms are down, reaching back. This is runner's lunge. We breathe, inhale. Then we take our fingertips, we lift them up. We lift that right heel, and then start into a back bend. The right hip is reaching forward. This is crescent. We breathe, inhale. Then we push up. We drop that right heel in. We bring that left forearm down. That right arm reaches over side ankle. Open that right palm. Stretch through that whole side body. Your left knee is still reaching out towards your pinky toe. Then we'll take those right fingertips to the sky. We'll turn our left toes forward. So now both feet are parallel with the edges of the mat. That right arm then reaches out into that left corner again. Maybe this time that left arm reaches with it. Or if you have a block, you're welcome to bring your hands around to a block there. And then we'll walk our hands to center. Come back to that straddle. Feel like your pinky toes are pushing away, tailbone high. Hands to shins if you like. Then we lower the chest, let the head hang heavy, maybe the hands walk back. We take a deep breath. We side away. Then we'll bring our hands back in. Here we'll take our right toes, turn them to the right? So we're going to the back end of our mat. As you walk your hands toward your right foot, lift your left heel. Make sure that right knee is straight up. Bring both hands to your right thigh. Actively push that left heel away. So we want to be nice and long through that left side. Then if it's comfortable for you to release your arms back for runner's lunge, go ahead. Top your head still lengthening. Then we'll bring our fingertips up. Lift the torso, lift the left heel, soften that knee down. Bring your arms back, finding our crescent. Breathe, inhale. Then we bring our fingertips back to that right thigh. We drop that left heel in, right? So now that left foot is parallel to that front edge. Right forearm comes down, left arm reaches up and over. There's your side angle. Nice strong legs, they're pushing away from each other. You breathe, inhale. Exhale, we take that left hand, we reach it up. We turn our right toes forward. Then those left fingertips reach out in front of right toes, crawling away, really lengthening that left side. Maybe joining right fingertips out. Breathe, inhale. Again, you can use a block there if that feels better. Then we bring hands to center, we lengthen into straddle. Push the pinky toes away, let the head and chest drop. Maybe the hands slide behind the ankles or back between the legs. Then here we bring our fingertips to the floor. We take our heels, tuck them in, bring hands to thighs, shoulders back, we drop the hips, we reach up. Bring those elbows wide. Goddess squat. Then we push straight up, reach. Lift right heel, turn to the left. Fingertips to floor. Shift your weight forward, step your left foot back. We're back to our plank pose. Exhale, press up and through down dog. Inhale, lift, come out to your plank. Knees down here if you prefer, elbows in. Hips soften, shoulders, forearms toward top of your head lifts. Maybe you're ready for an up dog or cobra. Take it to where it feels okay for you. Inhale, we come back down. We move our hands to the sides and the waist, tone that belly, push away from the ground. Here we're going to sit back into our hips, send your knees out wide and find your child's pose. Forehead can be on the back of your hands or all the way on the floor. Maybe arms then reach back. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Then we'll reach our arms forward. Crawl those fingertips out. As you shift forward, we do that tuck of our toes and we'll be in our plank here. Here, we're going to take our left toe and lift it up to hip height. Then you'll bend the knee, right? So the toes go up. You'll gently bring that left knee to the floor, but then rotate your hips to the left. So you're on the outside of that left calf. Your right arm will reach up and over for side knee plank. Maybe you lift that right foot. We're stretching that whole right side. Then we'll take that right foot to the floor. You bring your right hand up. You're going to take that left foot and try to bring it next to your left calf, your right calf, or to your right inner thigh for side tree pose. That knee can be lifted or it can be touching the floor. Hold inhale. Left foot then steps back. We rotate to our plank. Lift the hips. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Come out to your plank. Right toe lifts. And all our plank work can be done on forearms as well. You need to stay off your wrists. We bend the knee in. Then as we bring the knee down, we rotate to that right side. So that right calf is now parallel with the edge of your mat. The left arm reaches up and over. Maybe you choose to lift that left foot, stretching it out. Then that left foot plants firmly to your mat. It's nice and active, pushing. That right foot then comes in, maybe to your calf, maybe to your inner thigh. We hold, inhale. Right foot steps back. We rotate to plank. We soften our knees and sit back, child's pose. Maybe pressing back of hands together here. Forehead comes down toward your thumbs, tailbone releases back. Take a long breath. And side away. One more inhale. And exhale. Here we'll gently round the spine up. You're going to come toward the back of your mat for standing balance. You tuck your toes, lift the knees, pat the belly, and then bring your heels to the floor. Let your head and chest hang heavy. Tone your belly, round your spine up. Here, we'll meet in our mountain. I like to use the front edge of my mat as a good focal point. If you might have something else, or you can look at the bunny, except it's moving. Shoulders back. Now we'll take a deep breath. Inhale, fill it up. Lift out of the side to the waist. And then as you release your hands to your heart, keep the sides of the waist long. Then tone into that core space. Give your right knee softness. We'll give that left knee a bend. Then we'll bring that tree pose to our standing position. Maybe the left foot comes onto your right calf, or you move it to your inner thigh. Just try not to stand on your knee itself. Try to stack shoulders and hips. Breathe, inhale. Then we'll reach our arms out. You'll move that left knee straight up front. Now turn your gaze and look at your left thumb and gently rotate left arm back, right arm forward. See if you can watch your left thumb the whole way. Keep those hips nice and level. Then gently turn back to your center. Reach up, step your left foot down. Do that lift through the side waist again. Hands move back to your heart. Give your left knee just that little softness. And then bring your right foot into tree. Maybe to the calf or ankle area or to your inner thigh. Again, we're trying to stack hips and shoulders. We breathe, inhale, and exhale. One more breath. Then that right knee comes out front. Arms reach out. Try to keep that thigh level. Look at your right thumb. Rotate right arm back, left arm forward. Watching that right thumb the whole way. Then we rotate back to center. Reach up tall, gently stand that right foot down. Open your palms. Sweep your fingertips to the side as you drop your chest down. Let your head hang heavy. We go right to our fold as we inhale. Then we lengthen flat back, exhale. Here we bring softness to our knees, fingertips support, toes step back, shoulders come forward, then those knees go wide, and we find that transverse. Maybe some movement through hips and ribs here. Letting that forehead get heavier. Long inhales. Long exhale. Releasing through that lower back, shoulder space. Then we'll gently draw the shoulders up and back. Bring hips and legs around. And moving toward the front of your mat, gently bring your knees with you as you roll down. You want the back of your neck to be long, jaw softened. Draw your knees in a nice circle pattern. Reversing that circle. Then we'll give the knees a tight squeeze. And then we'll bring those knees out wide, feet reaching toward the sky, reach toward toes or ankles. Your knees are wider than your ribs, and this is happy baby. We get that gentle motion side to side. Now, if this is uncomfortable and you prefer to go toes straight up, feel free. Take a long breath, side away. Then we'll draw our knees back in. We'll drop our arms out to the side. And then you'll take both knees and drop them over toward your right elbow. Now, if you find that's too much rotation there, then slide your right leg out and let your left knee drop to the right by itself. Turn your gaze and look to the left, keeping left shoulder flat to the floor. Then bring your gaze back to neutral. Bring your knees through center. Drop both knees over to your left. Turn your gaze to the right. Again, you can slide that left leg out. You can use your left hand on that right outer thigh to deepen the stretch. Whatever just feels best for your body. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, we'll release. We'll bring our knees back to center. Here we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together. Let the knees drop wide. Perhaps you place the hands on the inner thighs or place your hands on your belly. Make sure those shoulder blades are wide and flat. Relax your jaw. One more inhale. Then we'll bring our knees together. Walk your pinky toes to the outer edge of your mat for knee knot pose. Inner knees are touching, feet are wide. We release that lower back space. And you're welcome to stay in that knee knot, or perhaps you extend your legs out into your corpse pose. Palms open to the side, hands on belly, arms over the top of your head, whatever's comfortable. Long inhale through your nose. Sighing, exhale, we go up. Again, inhale, we fill. And exhale, we empty. Long, slow inhale through your nose. So you move your exhale just through your nose as well. Feel your body sink down into your mat. Sure your jaw is softened. Relax the space across your brow and around your eyes. We'll slowly start bringing movement back to our fingertips and toes, our ankles, and our wrists. And we'll gently move the knees in and gently windshield wiper them side to side. Then bringing the knees in close to the ribs, we'll give them a nice hug squeeze. You're welcome to take this pose over to the side for fetal pose, or staying on your back. We'll take one more long breath. And we'll gently move ourselves into any comfortable seat. Release your shoulders away. Find that lift through the sides of the waist. Open the palms and then rest your hands on the back, on the inside of your knees. Feel those shoulder blades release into your back pockets. Take a long inhale. As you exhale, reach fingertips to sky. Then move your hands to your heart center. And then take a gentle bow forward and we say namaste. And I say thank you for joining me.